Hello everybody, peace, welcome to another episode, and today I'm going to be talking about something that has recently taken place in our Muslim community, and it is something that has honestly shocked so many of us, and I wanted to talk about it from a little bit of a different angle, and also talk a little bit about what happened without going too much into explicit detail, because it was truly disturbing. From some of the people who have shared about what happened, the word that they used to describe it was disturbing, and that is very fitting for what happened. And inshallah, I'm going to be actually talking about another dimension of it, as I just mentioned, so please do stay tuned.
From beautiful seeds to flourishing legacies.
So a few weeks ago, I made a video and it was about exposés, right? And the time that I made this video, I actually had no idea about this situation, which had just come to light. This recent situation, this video is about, that has just come to light about a few days ago from when I'm recording this video. And that video was talking about the assumptions that we sometimes make about people from the mouths of people who are also guilty, right? So this video is actually about someone who is definitely and Allah knows best, they have been caught red-handed. There is an affidavit. They have been, it describes everything that this person has done in detail. There has been video documentation and so on, right? So there's pretty sure that they've been literally caught red-handed. And this is a message for those of you who are aware of this situation and for those of you who are not as well. And to put it briefly, what happened was there was a prominent speaker. I'm not going to call him a scholar because I do not believe and never have in my opinion that this person is a scholar, but this was a person who was knowledgeable and they were speaking and they were teaching. So this person was a prominent speaker, very charismatic, talks about religion, and they talk about it in a way that inspired a lot of people. I myself have been to this person's lectures. I saw them, I believe, maybe about 10 years ago at an ICNA convention, and a few times after that as well. We have run in the same circle. This information came to light. There was something that happened with this person, and you already know what the name is, but on this channel, I just don't like to call out names. I just, like I said, I don't want to make this channel about that, but you know already who it is, right? So this person had been caught red-handed for child pornography, right? So that's the thing which that was basically what the law had said that they have been doing, and that is the action that they were going to be prosecuted for. So now what happened? So this person had been interacting with a mother who I believe is a recent convert, and there is word going around on what her name is and who she is, but there is not 100% knowledge on this. But I will speak as if this is this person, because whoever this person is, they have done the same thing. This person's whose name is going around, I hope you're following me along, they have done the same thing and they have been caught, and it was in the same place. So people are pretty suspicious, and they are pretty cautious, should I say, that this is the person who was doing the thing with this speaker in exchange of whatever it is that they were looking for. So what happened was this speaker was interacting with this recent convert mother, and this mother was putting her own daughter, who I believe is under 12 years old from the documentation and some of the things which have been recorded. They say that she was under 12. Some people have told me that she is 12. Some people have said she was 9. There's difference of opinion. It doesn't matter. She's a child, and that is the most important thing to remember here. This mother of this young child was sending explicit videos to the speaker on his request, right? So that's basically the gist of what happened. Both of them are caught. She has been arrested. He has been arrested. And it was his wife who exposed him and told the police and the FBI about him. And he has been caught red-handed. Now, there's been a lot of videos going around talking about spiritual abuse, the kind of things this man was doing, making right, which weren't right, and all of that stuff. But I wanted to kind of see it on a different dimension a little bit, like I said, I think 3 times already on this video, because there were so many other and multi facets of this situation, right? And the reason why, and I'm not the kind of person who likes to go with a trend, right? And this for now, and I really hope that this doesn't happen. This for now is a big issue. And the thing about big issues is that they come quick and they blow over quickly. The same as change, right? Change does not happen in a movement. It happens in consistent steps. That's why so many movements which have happened have burnt out just as quickly as they started. Now, the reason why I say this is because this thing did not happen in a vacuum. It has been something that has been ongoing in our Muslim communities and in non-Muslim communities as well. This is an issue, and I'm not trying to be apologetic in any way. This is a human issue. There have been people of different religious backgrounds who have also been caught red-handed and prosecuted for the things that they have been doing to young children, right? And that's really what I want to bring it down to. I want to bring it down to the victim, right? The victim of this child abuse. It was a young girl, right? And that child one day is going to grow up and she's going to go through a lot of things, right? I'm basically talking about from the aspect of what this mother has been found to have been doing to this child over time. It was not just one instance, because people are saying it like as if the speaker manipulated the mother under the guise of religion, and then she did something because she wanted to get closer to the creator. From what I've researched and what I've found, this mother, if it is the same mother who was also prosecuted for the same chilling thing at around the same time, this mother had been doing it for a while. That's the first thing. A person never gets caught for doing something just for the first time. At least that's not what happens very often. Most of the time when a person is caught, they have been doing the act a number of times. But the key thing is that they have been caught, right? So this mother had been doing something. I believe the counts against her were over 20 to 25 times that she'd been doing this and exchanging videos of her daughter to a numerous amount of people. Whereas in the affidavit, it said with this speaker that it had been done just literally, it had been done 2 or 3 times, 4 times, and it had begun around October the 15th, around that time, I believe. And it made out as if that was the only interaction that happened. And what that says to me is a very big thing. That we are quick to blame the speaker, who is fully guilty, by the way. No question about that, right? If that is so what he did, and that video is proof. The other aspect of this is the mother, right? She had been consistently, over time, progressively putting her child in a situation which was pure abuse. Pure child abuse, right? And abuse doesn't only come in the form of physical hitting and things like that. It can come in the form of negligence, and it can also come in the form of urging someone to do something that they're not supposed to. And this is child abuse, right? And like I said, one day this child is going to grow up. Now, why am I speaking about the child specifically? I have 2 messages here. The first one is to the predators, right? Who are probably going to be researching and watching this as narcissists. And I'm not saying these predators are narcissists. You can be very different personality types, but there is a rise in narcissism, and narcissists are now researching narcissists so they can be better narcissists, right? That's another thing altogether. But in this case, predators are probably going to be researching, watching this video, watching other videos to kind of find out what's going on with a like-minded individual. And I know that this is a really disturbing thought to have, but unfortunately, this world can be a very dangerous place sometimes if we do not approach it with caution, right? We rightfully should approach it with caution, and people should earn your trust, especially if they are people in places of leadership and they are people in places of religious institutions and knowledge as well. So the predator, right? So to the predators, it is only a matter of time until you too will be exposed. And that is a law of the creator. And now, for the real part of this message, is to those of us and those of you who have been through something similar to what this young child has, and God knows one day when this child grows up and maybe might watch a video like this or watch other videos like this or this very one, I want you to know, if you have ever experienced something like this at the hands of your own caretakers and their own parents in some instances, that this is not normal and what happened to you was wrong. And it's easy to feel when your parents don't take care of you or when your caretakers do not take care of you, to feel like it is too hard to blame them. So what we end up doing is blaming ourselves, and that's where toxic shame comes from. That the caretaker's job is to keep you safe. It is to keep you safe. And in the case of this young girl, whose mother did not do that, instead put her in danger, then that was something that was not her fault. Because it's easy to rationalize that, okay, you know, this must have been my fault. But at the end, it is not your fault. You did nothing to deserve this. You did not attract any kind of energy about this. And I say this because there have been another spiritual leader has termed this as something that was about women being assaulted, that they invited it, and you probably know who that person is, but it was a person of a different religion altogether. And my point is that you did nothing to deserve this. You did nothing to deserve this, and you are not alone. And I know it sounds really cliched, but you are not alone. And people have gone through what you have gone through, and just because a lot of people have gone through it does not make it right. For the one who has experienced abuse from the hands of your caretakers, whoever that is, whether it was your mother, whether it was your father, whether it was a sibling or an uncle, because I know this is really disturbing to say, but I have been approached by so many people who have gone through that, and the parents sometimes knew about it. And this isn't something to call out parents, and this is, if you are a parent and you have a child, please do keep an eye out for your child. But in some of these instances, the parents knew about it and they either turned a blind eye or they instigated it, right? And this is the reality of the situation. And it is, like I said, not religion based. It's a human, a distorted, mutated, contaminated desire, right? It's a disgusting desire. And this issue is something that is prominent and something that is unfortunately plaguing our society as well, because we have a very hypersexualized society, and it's just something that really puts a lot of people in danger, right? It brings these ideas and these things. So anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is that if you have been through something like this, it was not your fault. There are other people who have gone through something like this as well, and you are not alone. Your parents and your caretaker's job was to keep you safe, and they didn't do that. They did not protect you like they were supposed to, and that is nothing to do with you. That is to do with them, right? So anytime something pops up and you begin to feel a certain way about yourself and you begin to have these confusing feelings and the confusing thoughts, I want you to know that it is very natural and that there is a way that you can feel better, right? And that is your own journey that you're going to take in your own life by the choices that you make. But just know that there are resources out there, and when you are ready, God willing, that they will be available to you, inshallah. And I believe very strongly that when a person is ready to heal, the resources will show up and they will be given that chance to heal over and over again, as long as they just keep following the steps and keeping consistent and believing that you can get better. Now, this is a lot of talk, right? And it's really hard to explain something to someone when it's a physical feeling that we're feeling, and the body has such a big role in our lives, and the body's role is to protect us. And when our body has been abused and it has been taken advantage of, we can stop trusting our bodies. But I want you to know that one day it will get easier, God willing, inshallah. And justice will absolutely happen. And when you are ready to take that next step, that there are going to be numerous resources around. I am one of those resources. I work with people who have been through complex PTSD. I have been through it myself, complex PTSD, and I consider myself as someone who is a thriver of it and not just a survivor. And I believe that every single one of us can heal because our body wants to always try and be better. We always want to be better. Our nature is to be better, and sometimes that can get us into trouble. And I want to reel it back a little bit, and I want to talk a little bit about this mother who approached this speaker about her issue of trying to be good, right? It's an issue because it wasn't really good. It was just a contaminated perception of good. And in that, she dragged her daughter, her young child, into this whole conversation as well. And we can get confused sometimes at what good really is, and something blatantly awful and wrong as abusing a child in this way is obvious to everyone. But sometimes the abuses that happen are not something that is common knowledge, and things which are taken as in like, oh, this is just what culture tells you to do. So I want us to be a little bit more aware and hopefully think for ourselves and continue to talk about things like this, because these are important issues and so many people are going through it and suffering in silence. And the more that you become isolated and withdrawn, the less hope you begin to have, and your healing will it's just stuck, right? Your trauma is stuck, everything is stuck, you're frozen. And I believe that you have so much good to give and so much guidance and so much beauty inside of you. You have that beautiful seed inside of you which can make such a difference to those who are suffering and have suffered like you as well. And I really hope that this message is something that what you needed to hear right now. I'm also going to be doing a workshop. It's a free webinar, and I'm going to be doing it on narcissistic parents in light of the Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, who went through community issues. He went through parental issues as well, and is very relevant to what is happening right now with the situation. All the details are below. I also have a free downloadable for you. It is all about surrender, but not surrender in a way that you put yourself in the midst of abuse. It's true surrender where you find peace and you let go of expectations, you let go of the clutter, you let go of everything that is holding you, and embrace who you really are as well. And that is from my book, The Woke Writer. All the information is down below. Have a beautiful and blessed day, everyone, and let me know what your thoughts are on this situation. I'm definitely going to be reading your comments on this video. If you want to send me an email and talk more directly to me, I work with Muslim sisters specifically, so please do shoot me an email, peace@aishaalam.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a beautiful and blessed day, everyone, and remember that you are not alone, in this situation, and it will get easier. If you are just experiencing this, or if you have experienced it, then you already have the wisdom to know that every day does get easier. But it is something that if it is not dealt with directly and if it isn't processed, it's only going to get harder and show up in different ways. So I urge you to keep continuing on your journey of growth. Just you watching this video is a part of that. Just what you watching other videos of healing is just a part of that. And may Allah put so many blessings in it. I will see you in the next one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. Peace.